Most people think the hard part of growing tomatoes is getting them planted. They spend weeks preparing the soil, choosing healthy seedlings, and watering them carefully. Everything looks perfect at first. Then summer arrives. The leaves begin curling, flowers stop turning into fruit, tomatoes start cracking, and the harvest slows down. Many gardeners assume the season is ending, but that's usually not the case. What separates an average harvest from a truly outstanding one is not what you do in spring. It is how you care for your plants during the hottest weeks of the year. In this video, I'll share 6 simple practices that can keep your tomato plants healthy, productive, and full of fruit for much longer. These are easy techniques anyone can follow, and together they can make a huge difference in your harvest. Before we dive in, if you find value in what we share, consider subscribing and turning on that bell so you never miss a tip that could save your garden some heartache. Now let's get into it. 1. Cover the soil with mulch. One of the first things I do once the weather begins to heat up is add mulch around every tomato plant. Early in the season, I often leave the soil uncovered because darker soil absorbs more warmth, helping young plants establish faster. But once summer arrives, uncovered soil becomes a problem. The sun dries it out quickly, causing the roots to experience constant swings between wet and dry conditions. Tomatoes prefer steady moisture. When the soil repeatedly dries out, the plants become stressed, and problems like blossom end rot and cracked fruit become much more common. A layer of natural mulch helps solve this. It keeps moisture in the soil, reduces evaporation, keeps the roots cooler, and even slows weed growth. You don't need expensive materials. Straw, dried leaves, pine needles, untreated wood chips, compost, or shredded bark all work well. Spread the mulch 2 to 3 inches thick around the base of each plant, leaving a small gap around the stem so excess moisture doesn't collect against it. Avoid rubber mulch or heavily dyed landscaping mulch around edible crops. Natural materials improve your soil over time while protecting your plants. 2. Feed your plants on a schedule. By the middle of the growing season, tomato plants are working incredibly hard. They are producing leaves, flowers, and developing fruit all at the same time. That requires a steady supply of nutrients. If the only fertilizer your plants received was at planting time, they're probably running low by now. Instead of waiting until the plants look weak, feed them regularly. Applying a balanced fertilizer every 2 weeks helps maintain steady growth and continuous flowering. If you prefer organic gardening, compost, fish emulsion, seaweed extract, or an organic tomato fertilizer are all excellent choices. The goal isn't to force rapid growth. It's to replace the nutrients the plants are constantly using. Healthy plants are naturally better at handling heat, resisting pests, and recovering from stress than plants that are struggling to survive. Think of fertilizer as fuel. A tomato plant carrying dozens of fruits needs plenty of energy to keep producing more. 3. Protect tomatoes from extreme summer heat. Tomatoes love sunshine, but that doesn't mean they enjoy extreme heat all day long. During the hottest part of summer, intense afternoon sun can place enormous stress on the plants. You may notice curled leaves, flowers dropping before fruit forms, or slower overall growth. In very hot climates, giving tomatoes some protection during the afternoon can make a remarkable difference. A shade cloth that blocks about 30 to 40% of direct sunlight is often enough to reduce heat stress without limiting growth. If you don't have shade cloth, planting tomatoes where they receive morning sun and light afternoon shade can also help. Lower temperatures mean healthier leaves, better pollination, reduced water loss, and more fruit throughout the season. 4. Water deeply instead of frequently. Many gardeners water their tomatoes every day with just a little water. Unfortunately, that encourages shallow roots. Instead, water deeply so moisture reaches well below the surface. Deep watering encourages stronger root systems that can better tolerate hot weather. The goal is to keep the soil evenly moist, not constantly soaked. Adding mulch makes this much easier because it slows evaporation and helps moisture stay in the ground longer. Whenever possible, water early in the morning. This gives the plants enough moisture before the heat arrives, while allowing any water on the leaves to dry quickly. If you use drip irrigation, that's even better because it delivers water directly to the roots while reducing waste. 5. Harvest your tomatoes before they are fully ripe. One of the biggest mistakes many gardeners make is leaving tomatoes on the vine until they are completely red. It may seem like the best way to get maximum flavor, but in reality, you're increasing the chances of losing perfectly good fruit. Once a tomato has started changing color, it has already entered the final stage of ripening. From that point on, it will continue to ripen even after it has been picked. Instead of waiting until every tomato is fully red, harvest them when about 1/3 to 1/2 of the fruit has changed color. At this stage, they are already mature enough to finish ripening indoors. This simple habit protects your harvest from heavy rain, birds, squirrels, insects, cracking, and even accidental damage while still giving you delicious tomatoes. Place the harvested tomatoes on your kitchen counter at room temperature and let nature finish the job. Another advantage is that removing ripe fruit encourages the plant to focus its energy on producing new flowers and more tomatoes instead of maintaining fruit that is already mature. Over the course of an entire growing season, this one habit can significantly increase your total harvest. 6. Remove diseased plants before the problem spreads. No gardener likes pulling out a tomato plant, especially after spending months caring for it. However, sometimes removing one unhealthy plant is the best way to protect the rest of your garden. If a tomato plant suddenly wilts and doesn't recover after watering, or if it continues to decline while nearby plants remain healthy, it could be suffering from a serious disease. Some diseases spread through the soil, while others spread through water, insects, or even contaminated gardening tools. Keeping a severely infected plant in the garden gives those diseases more opportunities to spread. As difficult as it may be, removing badly infected plants early can save every healthy tomato nearby. Always dispose of diseased plants away from your compost pile unless you're certain your compost system gets hot enough to destroy plant diseases. After removing an infected plant, wash your hands and clean any tools before working with healthy plants. A few minutes of cleaning can prevent much bigger problems later. 7. Don't over-prune your tomato plants. Many people believe tomatoes need heavy pruning to stay healthy. While removing an occasional damaged leaf is perfectly fine, cutting away large amounts of healthy growth often creates more problems than it solves. Every leaf on a tomato plant plays an important role. Those leaves capture sunlight and produce the energy needed to grow flowers and ripen fruit. Removing too many leaves exposes tomatoes to direct sunlight, increasing the risk of sunscald during hot weather. Every cut you make also creates a small wound that may allow diseases to enter the plant. Instead of constantly pruning, allow your tomato plants to grow naturally while giving them enough support with stakes, cages, or trellises. Only remove leaves that are badly damaged, diseased, or touching the soil. A full canopy of healthy leaves protects fruit, keeps plants cooler, and supports stronger production throughout the season. Install a simple drip irrigation system. If there's one upgrade that can completely change the way you garden, it's drip irrigation. Watering by hand works, but during the hottest weeks of summer, it becomes tiring and easy to skip. Unfortunately, that's exactly when tomato plants need the most consistent moisture. A simple drip irrigation system delivers water directly to the roots, reduces evaporation, saves time, and keeps soil moisture much more consistent. Even a basic setup can make a noticeable difference in plant health while reducing your daily workload. If you travel often or have a busy schedule, connecting the system to a timer means your tomatoes can be watered automatically without you lifting a finger. It's one of those improvements that continues paying for itself year after year. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another gardening tip. I post practical growing advice to help you harvest more while spending less, and I'd love to have you join our growing community. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.